final links and stuff. Okay. So everything on chat is working. That's oddly enough, that's one of the biggest things that goes wrong for me. Like somehow I didn't close enough things or whatever or something. Like I do chat windows, right? But if I have something like an incognito window open, um, I do it for like throwaway things. If I want to look something up and then I don't want, but I don't want to have a tab open for it or whatever. Anyway, so if I have something like that going on, and then I forget to close it before trying to open the chat stuff, then I sometimes run into now the chat won't carry over for whatever reason. So yeah, that is what it is, I guess. Okay, let me just post links in Discord really fast, and then we'll be good to go, I think. Okay. That here. And finally, over here. Okay, and that. There we go. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get into True Fear Forsaken Souls Part 2 again. I don't really know how to do it. I would like to, not for like a long period of time or anything, but I would like to, from time to time, go back into the witness and see if there's more I can find, like for a single session. But I don't really know how to work that in. I'll have to see. I'll have to see what I can manage on that. I'm not sure at this point. I would like to still continue that. Just like try to, see if at some point I'm not a completionist, but because it's specifically puzzles, I would like to see if there are more puzzles that I've missed or more, things that I haven't done. I feel like I've done almost the full game, but there are still, however many puzzles I've not found. There are still, for example, those pillars that have some empty spots where puzzles should be or, would be indicated like, hey, there's a puzzle here that you need to do, and I haven't done it yet. So, anyway. So that is something at some point. Like I said, it's not super important, and like it's also said again, I'm not a completionist, but just something I was thinking about. Like I did have quite a bit of fun playing that, so it would be probably nice to just occasionally keep going on that. But I'm not gonna push it. I don't want to abandon everybody who watches me stream stuff for whatever reason either. So okay, so we pesticide. That's probably either to get rid of rats or to get rid of roaches or something like that. Hydrochloric acid, flask with water. Chemical ingredient number 2. Don't. So household acid as a fixer. So add developer and household acid. I don't have any developer powder, right? Any household acid, so that includes hydrochloric acid? Isn't hydrochloric acid too strong and it'll just dissolve the paper and stuff? But I mean, maybe not. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Guess we'll find out. At some point. Potent tranquilizers. I guess this place was never a couch. Oh. I want... Wait, what? Can I not go closer anymore? What did I get out of there last time? I don't remember what I got. I guess I must have gotten something from here, though, because I can't approach it anymore. I don't remember what we did last time for this specifically. Okay, I guess. I might be able to use the acid on this, maybe. There we go. So I need some other household acid, I guess. Railing. So now what do I need? I'll need, like, nails or bolts or something, probably. Oh. Maybe that's enough. Okay. Oh. Cutscene. She gonna almost fall. I was just showing you that the height was pretty scary. Wine? What the? Just leave it chill outside for 500 years, I guess. I mean, cold wine is better than warm wine, but I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends on your taste. Some people might like it warm. I don't drink alcohol, so I wouldn't know, but I'm just saying. It's fake. It's just an image. Oh. Bricks? It's almost fitting for such magnificence and knowledge to lay undisturbed. Although, I could swear I heard screams from below the globe thing in the center. Probably the wind or my imagination. Still, it does seem that there's more to this room than meets the eye. I saw her, this is recapping about some stuff we've already seen, of course. I saw her look at me and enter the room. The door closed, and even if I dreamed it all up, how did all the windows break at the same time? Whatever it is, she's definitely real. Should I run or follow? A library hidden under a library. Why? Skybridge to Block A. According to Mother's tapes, this is where Dahlia died and then came back. Are the answers really at the end of this skybridge? None of this was coincidence. I must find out. I shall follow the recipe. I see. So that's the next thing we're doing is the recipe, I guess. Let me see. There's nothing, just darkness. Are you sure about that? Okay. Try to make sure if anything is small and here that, you know, not hidden exactly. Well, kind of. Anyway, anything small here that I might not otherwise find, I want to see if I can be careful enough to find it. But it's really not looking like there's really anything here other than the wine. There's the wine, and then there was the journal note we got, pretty much. Nothing there. And that handle was fake. Yeah, so I guess. Alright. So that's still bricked up. That's interesting. I wonder why that's bricked up. Okay, so I need... No, I want... I do want this. I want... It's clues that I want. else? Isn't there... What? Oh, clues. I was like, where's the clues tab? Dumb. I played this for so long and I couldn't remember. It's great. Yeah. So developer and fixer, yeah. I need to find developer. Okay. Don't know where that's going to happen. Nothing there really seems like it would indicate, or like it would be a place for developer or fixer for that matter. I don't think so. Let's see if there's anything in this room left that I missed somehow. There's no developer or anything, right? Not even disconnected tone, only dead silence. Nothing's marked. Yeah, I don't think there's... Nothing down here or whatever, no. Nope. Okay. Would not be anything in there either. Developer and fixer. Why would I have just randomly developer or fixer in some place that doesn't seem to make sense already? Like with what I've seen already. No. Yeah, there's nothing else over there, I don't think. Although I did think we were done, and there was the poster I moved that showed the rune or whatever, the symbol. But, I mean, to be fair. One more, I think, and then that'll be ready. Depressing, yeah. Yeah, there's no photo anything in here. Not in the pile of junk here. Still finishing the mural. It's just paint. I don't think it's anything like... Okay. Developer. If I switch this. Yeah. I don't think there's anything else. Whoops. Oh, on the other side now. And you. And I'll switch it back to modern times. Okay. Charles Laudius. Dear Christopher, it's come to my attention that you have sent inquiries about the three to local hospitals and emergency rooms behind my back. I told you you will not find anything about them because fate has brought them to us. I gave you the unique honor to let you into our circle. You don't care? Fine. I don't care about your theories either. Just keep Dahlia entertained and you'll get all that was promised to you. Remember, you're as much involved in this as anyone now. Whatever they were doing here clearly was hiding highly secret. Claudius seemed scared. I'm afraid I know what he meant by entertained. In that photo, I saw Christopher holding Dahlia while a patient, one of the three, was strapped to a machine. She was made to watch. Yeah, that's messed up. I think that might be it for this end. The end of this particular way. Go this way. We already saw the wheelchair before. Okay, I don't think there's any more there either. Then on the sides here. Notice how there are no blue books whatsoever here in this part. They're gray and black, and yeah, there are no white. Just gray and black, but there are no blue. Interesting. Obviously, the other stuff was for the puzzle, but I'm just saying. You know, realistically, it wouldn't probably be just like that. Something over, like wherever that ends up, like however it ends up we end up dealing with that or whatever that's going to be. What was this again? No. Disc is already inside. Oh, we already hacked, didn't we? Last time. Nothing in the desk. Nothing for the floppy disk. And obviously CD-ROM's there. Okay. I think that this is the Chemical Developed Photos developer, it's called. Locked without a way to open it, huh? Okay. So I will need to figure that thing out. So this one doesn't work. Vent 2. Ah. That was how you did it, is you turn the vent. Okay. Doesn't look like there's anything of interest in here. Not that I would go through a box of broken glass anyway. I think there's something in the ventilation. Secure, but the screws look familiar. What's that? That now. We got a funnel. Fun with the funnel. Okay. What else with these, I guess? That's it. Okay. Now I need a homemade, or not homemade, but like a home acid you would use somewhere, and I don't know what I would do for that. Like, wine is acidic, I guess, maybe. It's fruit, right? That's kind of acidic. It's like a distiller. Microscope. Where's the thing for developing photos we were doing? Or is that this? That's not this, right? Oh. Yeah. Oh, no, it is. Okay. So the funnel there. Try something else. Developer. And then does wine work? No. Yeah. I had my doubts, but, you know. worth trying. So I do need some kind of home acid. Oh yeah, Bunsen burner, that's right. All of that. I forgot that it's this whole thing. In fact, it's like all of this. Fortunately, they don't put actual timing on it because developer with no fixer, these would already be ruined. What do I use as the acid? Is pesticide acidic? I don't think so, but let's see. No. Water. No. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to think, is there a kitchen somewhere? So there's that in block yeah, it's block B upstairs. There's the one like kind of waiting area with a microwave, but that there's no actual stuff there. Like nothing that would be an acidic thing. So where else? Let me. I have pesticide. I have an idea. I don't know that it's right, obviously, but I have this idea in my head that maybe use the pesticide on some kind of overgrowth here or something. Although I don't know what's really overgrown here, but maybe not. Because pesticide won't kill the plants anyway, right? It's supposed to kill the pests, so that doesn't make sense. Never mind. My brain was thinking of something that doesn't really match. Time capsules. There's all this stuff that I don't know how it comes into play. Literally nothing in here, I think, right? Yeah, no. None of that stuff. Paint's dry and the solvents have evaporated. Flask of water could probably go on the Bunsen burner, I guess, right? Probably. But I don't know if we were heating it up. What am I trying to heat it into? Like to boil something away, to get some kind of chemical reaction and something gets created? I don't know. So IDK. I don't expect to find anything in this area stuff. This area up here where I've already looked through stuff, but maybe. I'd be surprised though if I did find anything here. It just doesn't seem like kind of situation where you would find something like that. Um, so you can't get into these. He just says more pills or else tranquilizers. So I don't. Pill syrups and more pills, all past their expiration date. Yeah, that one room at the end of the hall, we switch it to like the 10 years ago, 15 years ago, whatever it is, where the lady was the headmaster, headmistress, whatever you want to say. Um, I don't think there's anything there. I don't know. Made obviously overall a ton of progress in this. I just don't know. There's that roach running down below, but I don't know how we use this on it. We can go back down and at least put the flat probably because I don't know for sure, of course, but probably put the flask on that Bunsen burner. No. What do I need? Put it up here? No. Huh. Ah, light it first. Yeah, okay. Funnel. Oh yeah. Oh, pesticide. Yeah. This is for pesticide for pests, of course. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, but this is vertical Bunsen burner goes here. We're not doing any of these right now. Okay. Pesticide. Water goes there. says water goes there, but then it won't let me do water from the flask. So I don't know. Why would I want to do that? Because putting the water in there. Excuse me. I don't think we're doing anything with that right now. So we need fixer for this. We need water, some form of water that will actually go in there, not the flask, I guess. I think the flask is supposed to be on the Bunsen burner at some point. Maybe just a different ordering or something. So we put, at some point, the water on the Bunsen burner, heat whatever that is up, and then when that's done, maybe, or maybe we do just the water. Anyway, we heat it up and then we use that over on the distiller or whatever. Maybe. All right, I'll be right back. Give me just a minute here. Give me just a minute here. I am going to order some taken. Let's see. Not like a lot. It's more like a dessert. Yeah, desserts. Just something to snack on. Not anything big. I don't want like a giant cake size thing of ice cream. Yeah, I could do this maybe if they're still open. If they are. Let's do this. Yep. Continue. Okay. And change this to that. Okay. Okay, it'll probably be, you may or may not hear it. That depends on how loudly they knock or whatever, but there might be a knocking or hear it a little bit soon. It's actually convenient a little bit more than it was previously. where my apartment is positioned. So I'm basically one apartment over from where I was before because they were renovating. Talked about this before. Anyway, where I am now is the very end of the top of the second floor, I should say. Top floor, whatever, but the second floor of the apartment. It's the very end of it. And so around the corner from my apartment are the stairs, and there's a sensor, like a motion sensor, turns a light on there. So I don't even have to turn my own porch light on. And the light will be enough they can see where to set it down and stuff. And plus there's like a big light in the parking lot, so overall they could see. Anyway, and that is convenient because then I don't have to turn on my porch light and draw a bunch of bugs. So when I open the door, bugs come in or whatever. I don't have to worry about that. I mean, there's still technically a little bit of risk, but not very much. Anyway, okay, that's it. Just the one thing. I didn't want to do a whole lot. Just get that. Okay. Resume. Oh, is this not? Here's sort of black screen. It's probably just the Restream interface, like web interface is being. Yeah. There we go. I was like, it was showing me frozen with black, like I hadn't even started the game or something. A little bit weird. So, what do I do with the Bunsen? Plus, we have the pesticide. I don't know. Okay. I mean, it runs like this. I might. Is there something over here I can interact with? Because it doesn't seem like. Is there something over here? No. I'm pretty sure there's nothing in the garden to do with that. Huh. I don't know. Oh, that's right. That's down, going down below. That's right. I already did this last time. It took me a few tries. You had to figure out like what ordering. I kept getting it mixed up in my head or whatever. Like they wanted one, like I don't remember, but anyway, it was like stuff for here first, then this stuff, but the ordering in the journal was different, something like that. So I kept thinking like the wrong order was the right order. If that makes sense. Anyway. But I don't know. Controls needed. Use the controls to obtain the needed book. Okay. Oh, what book do I need? 987. Yet another dumbass I have to ban. Just don't even bother trying. I don't know why you guys do that. Like, nobody is going to see this. Nobody is going to do it. They'll see it for like 5 seconds before I just erase it. Jackass. 987, okay. 9. Nice. Okay, this looks like Latin. Maybe I could translate it out of dictionary. Latin English Dictionary, Volume 8, 1975. Could mean something like this. You can't see, but there is a remedy. Get the heart of the demon made from stone. Raise and kill Ilex aquifolium. Find what she has hidden. Boil in pure water. Maybe that's why we got flask. I don't know. Sounds like a madman's recipe for a potion. I know this is crazy, but I believe that message was left for me. I need to find Heart of a Demon Made from the Stone. I wonder if what's going to happen. I just have my suspicion. I don't know, of course. That office. Well, we'll go through that in a minute here. Okay. The Ilex aquifolium. Something she was hiding. She? The word Ilex aquifolium are not in the dictionary. They sound like a name of a plant or a flower. Maybe something in the greenhouse could be of help? Elex aquaphobia. Yeah, all those seeds probably. All right. So, what I was going to say is over here, this, we find one more of these, I think. Then this might open. And then when this opens, you might get the mask. And then the mask can go in the greenhouse on that statue that's missing one. And maybe that'll open something and we'll get a heart from that. I think it might be how things proceed. Okay. Dead Elex aquifolium and a hidden ingredient. Yeah, okay. So. This part 2 is like really involved. Elex aquifolium. Bag of seeds, names to be Latin to make it extra nerdy. Yeah, okay, so. Even if the Elex aquifolium seeds are here, how will I find them? I don't really know a thing about botany. A library card. What if Dr. Chevauche needed all this for his work in psychology? Maybe he just had a lot of free time. There's a book on botany on the list. Who knows? Maybe it will have something on the Elex aquifolium. Okay, fine. So 584 this time. Back and forth we go. There. 584. Botany reference book. This might be useful. Oh, okay. So instead of just looking up the phrase, I guess we're writing it down. We're taking it with us. Sure, okay. Match the seeds with the correct plant names. Okay. Gladius cardinalis. Oh, I see. Delphinium. Oh, I see. Okay, so for each one, Phlox carnea should be this. Okay, that's Phlox carnea. Gladius cardinalis. I thought click and click here or something, but that's wrong, of course. Gladius cardinalis is this one, I believe. Okay. Delphium mesoleucum. Mesoleucum, probably. Delphinium mesoleucum. Something like that. Anyway. It's going to be this one. Delphinium. Okay. And then Anemone pulsatilla is this one. Then Bignonia radicans is that this one? I think that's this one. This is the rhododendron. Then Linum narbanense should be I think it's already correct. Okay, so something else is wrong. Let me me see. Back. This one's probably the one that's wrong, I guess. See, because this is almost exactly like in the picture here. So, okay, so we'll go left to right. So this one is almost exactly like this. This one is more like this. It feels like this. There we go. Holly seed, apparently. Okay. I need. Wait. Little under 10 years. Yeah, I don't know what that's for, but okay. Okay, so I've got that. So the heart of the sword demon again, I think, is that one of those, and then something she's hiding, something hidden that I don't know. So no, that's that. There's nothing over here for me now. I think, at least not right now, for sure. Okay, so not there. Still don't. So how many reason to go here? Nothing that seems clear to me, at least. I feel like we will, not maybe this spot, but we will get into Block A at some point, I think. I mean, that's what I would expect, I guess I should say. Obviously, I can think all I want, doesn't mean it's going to be true. Nothing on the card, right? So, yeah, still nothing. Okay. Pesticide on those, no. See, I really don't think there's anything to put the pesticide on. Is there? I don't remember anything being around for that. There's like this, but you can't interact with it anyway, so that doesn't really. That's basically nothing. Yeah. There's nothing downstairs. Depressing? No. Still can't use water on that. Sure, not pesticide either. No. Okay. Nothing in here. Oops, ah. Also not what I have, right? I'm trying to analyze this. There we go. Leak has been here for forever. Okay, that's right. I don't know. There are no plants in here to worry about, right? Makes me want to just like try to time it and then click on a bit. I don't think the cockroach is even clickable. One more try. I think this is the right spot. No, it was up. It's actually here. Yeah, nothing happens. So I figured, but you know. Pesticide. Let's add anything in here. Anything and everything, it's fine. Okay. I wanna this here? Seem to work. I mean I want there oh, maybe it's over here. Yeah, this does oh it does. It didn't before, but I guess it does now. Okay. Was that distilled water? Oh, oops. That's probably what I want to put on here. So rather than doing the beaker, I want the vial, the flask. I mean, what do we call it? What was the next ingredient? Um, where was it we need to do the water? Because it's not this. Next ingredient. I thought it was the seed, but maybe not. We're not using that anymore. Okay. Let me go direct. Yeah, it's fixer is what we need. I don't know why I did that. We need fixer. Next ingredient for this. Pesticide. No. Smacking the bottom of my desk with my foot makes that loud kind of twang noise. Oops. This briefly. Where would I want to use the pesticide? What is the next ingredient for the water? I'm trying to think if there's even anything in any of those rooms back there. I don't think so. Even in the modern one, there's not really. If I this. Huh. I don't know. I wonder if I have to crush the seed But if so, I don't know how. It's not up here, right? If I go over here, yeah, see, I'm not going to get anything more over here now. So it's not there. Yeah, I don't think nothing else here. See, that's what I think, though, is if we get this mask, then maybe something here or something will open up. We can get a heart that we need. Don't really see a place to interact with anything here. Not that it's visibly clear that there's a pest here. I don't think there is, but, you know. What goes with it? Distilled water. Can't even zoom in on this one anymore. You can get to here, but you can't go any further with this one either. Yeah, if I need sand. Blah, blah, blah. If I need sand, I know. Shut up. I don't feel like there's anything more there. Huh. Mom, I'm telling you just, oh yeah, yeah, that, it's fine. And then Mom got that, and go Alex, Evans, this one, okay. Those are all open. Okay. Kyle Bosch. Oh yeah. That's that. Yeah, okay. And then finally Igor Cult. We got those two. Yeah, so I don't nothing here, I don't think. Whoops. Still can't get in there. That's when you know you're done. When the game says, yeah, lock you out. This is all done because we already got what was there, that and that. Yep, that's the knock. So one sec. It's my little being naughty with my diet thing, I guess, or whatever. I'm not on a diet, but like eating stuff I normally don't. Like I don't eat a lot of fruits or anything. So, but here we are, nevertheless. So don't mind me. It's just ice cream with like some cookies in it, like little crumble cookies like Oreos. So should not be much chewing. I'll try to not make noise when I do it because I know some people get bothered by that. Yeah. So we've done this, we did that, and we've done this. So I don't think there's anything left on this screen. Actually, probably not. At least I mean we can look at stuff, but I don't think there's anything to actually do on this screen. I feel like I'm spinning my wheels though, just going in circles to see if I'm getting anything new when I go around to different things. Yeah, there's this. What's the point of this? I don't know. Nothing I have will apply on there. It's just tech, like a flavor text, I guess. Nothing over here either. See, this is the same situation. You get a description, but you can't actually interact. Nothing happens when you try using stuff on it. So, so we already got what's in the book, and I think that's what the notes thing was. He was writing in this, and there's that hole in the book. Like it was actually not that he was. I mean, maybe he was taking notes too, but like it was. This is the book. He was hiding something in it. Was this it? Oh, it's that talking about the snow. Yeah, yeah. Missing glass in a pile. Use glass in anything that I've got. I don't think. I don't think there's anything over here. I can't even interact with the microwave anymore. Cannot even. So I think just the description for these is like all that's left. here. Not using this on there. I'm going to look again, but I don't think the past version of this room has anything left. Getting ready to plant something there? Okay. No. Wine? No. Oh, the polyseed? Oh. All it needs now is time. Ah, that's what it was. Okay. So that will change things. Now go here. There we go. Processing berries till you get rid of those things. Oh, and then the pesticide, I see. So holly berries. Maybe that goes in the water. So you collect the others first, so I'm not there yet, I guess. No, nothing more here. My. Already been done both of those. $213 just brings me something. Psychiatry, Diagnostic Manual, Volume 1, 1932. So it's really not. 987. Nothing. 96. Let's try a bunch of combos, see if we can get something else. History, long-term psychodynamics. History of clinical psychiatry. Myths of mental illness. Now we're back to the top. Okay. So now do this. 77. History of the Dark Falls Asylum, Volume 7, 1976. Okay. Six. Long-term psychodynamics, 1965. Okay. Psychology, 1946. I feel like some of these are repeating. We might not get anything out of these. I was just curious if there's anything more to see. Maybe something hidden or something, I don't know. Myths of Mental Illness, 1937. Okay. 947. Same history of the asylum. Some of them for sure have repeated. That's familiar. Myths of mental illness. Okay. So the last one we're going to try. I'm not going to cycle through all of these with all these again. I just wanted to see, but it doesn't look like it does anything except just cycle through the same titles and stuff. Is nothing else over here? Because I don't know why we would continue to be able to come over to this place if we can't interact with anything that's here. Might as well just lock it out that we can no longer interact with stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Chemical ingredient number 2. Where do we use this? I don't even know. Or this, for that matter. Can't interact with microscope or the distiller. We don't have any acid for this. Or fixer. So I think that's this. So we had the distilled water. Basically says boil in pure water. So we have that. So I think the next thing we need is the heart of the demon. I don't know how we get that last like X-ray statue thing for what's her name's office, but I'm pretty sure that's where we get a mask, and then we can open the heart of the demon when we put the mask on. Probably something along those lines, like I said. Never know for sure, but not missing anything in these. What else? I don't know where I would use the wine. This switches that one room, but I don't know that we really need to do that anymore. And these are for this. So I don't... What have I not gotten into? We got into this earlier, of course, to just tonight. I don't know if there's anything else, anything more here either. We already saw what we were going to see here. And, I mean, I don't want a hint. So, well, maybe I kind of do. Maybe I need to look at a walkthrough after all. Still as that. It's the same. That's unchanged. Nothing on the sides there. Not interacting with any of that. Well, shoot. Not using the vice anymore for anything. Not using this for anything. I mean, I guess technically... Well, technically you can't anyway, right? The buttons are still depressed. So it wouldn't matter anyway. You have to have something to reset that. So I'm pretty much... I think that's a signal that you're done. I'm pretty sure. And nothing else down there. Nothing else here. So I don't know what... Again, something you can zoom in on that probably you shouldn't need to be able to zoom in on, but it's not the end of the world. I just, I'm just saying. I'm commenting that it's not like I'm missing something there, right? And then I confirming, yeah, I'm not missing something there. I just feel like I'm missing something. So I'm retracing my steps over and over, doing the same thing over and over. Hopefully with a slight modification, so there's that one spot that I look at that I missed before or something. But so far, it doesn't seem to be that any new item or something is showing up. So I wonder if you put this in that room where you go forward and backward in time, and that makes sense. And that occurred to me before, but I can't think of a place in that room where you would do something. But maybe, I don't know. Okay. Oh, whoops! This is nowadays. I want actually this. I think this is the past. No, 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 no. It was playing the funky music, right? Yeah. So this is the past. Yeah, this is the nice past. Okay. All it needs now is time. Yeah, yeah. Time capsule in there? Aha! And now we switch. Now I come over. Aha! There we go. Glad I thought of that. Finally. To you standing there, it must be a great day. You live in the world we created. The world finally cured of all fear, united in one purpose. For us, it's just a day. A day we lay yet another stone to your world of tomorrow. Olivia Harper, Christopher Smith, Charles Laudius. I've seen the other two, Laudius and Smith, but I don't know anything about this Olivia Harper. I should check if she had an email here. So now we're going to go back to the computer. Oh, hang on. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Anyway, so now we're going to go and see. All right. Olivia Harper. The Mask. Aha, and more for the mask. Okay. Smith. Remember, I saw Jessica walk in a blockade right before the fire. There was something else. On her way, she threw something down the cliff by the greenhouse. The next day, you said that one of the faces was missing? Back then I didn't make the connection, but now I think that righteous idiot might have done even more harm. Send someone to check the cliffside. We'll talk about Rachel at the gala tonight. She was close to Jessica. She should have fired her, like I said. Okay. Yeah. So this was written the night of the gala. There's a good chance this face is still there then. Who's this Olivia if she could boss Christopher around like that? Maybe because I think we were missing one. Maybe missing director? Maybe. Greenhouse, cliffside, okay. Assemble the mosque. Okay. Go. Statue mask. Excellent. Hey, Monmouth. There was some points where I paused tonight going, I'm not sure if but we're making good progress overall, I think. First one without hints? With True Fear Forsaken Souls, you're saying? Or are you talking about the Don't Escape? Correct pose for each face of the statue. Okay, Okay, I have that. Oh, wait. I've got it in my journal. So for the arm up, left arm up, right arm down is kind of the wide grinning. So I need to do this one, I guess. I can't really move the other yet. Okay. So both arms kind of up. Is it that? Let me see. No, it's even more. Yeah. Like that. There we go. Okay, well, how am I off? How am I off? It's basically a right angle and then 45-degree angle, right? Right angle, 45-degree angle. Ah, there we go. This was off of a right angle by a little tiny bit. True fair, yeah. Cool. I don't know if you saw, you don't have to watch it yet or anything, but since you had asked last weekend about the Don't Escape games, so last weekend in the middle stream, I finished doing the Unfinished Swan, the painting game, and then right after I finished that, I had like about an hour left, or something like that. So I started the part 4. So I did Don't Escape 4. Started my first attempt on that, and of course I died because I died on I escaped as the werewolf the first several times in Don't Escape 1 and stuff too. So this one next, yeah, this one's cool. It is longer. I think I'm pretty sure this game is longer than the first game was. Oh, also, if you finished True Fear Forsaken Souls, the first game, if you've not watched all of my playthrough of doing the bonus chapter here, then I suggest playing the bonus chapter. So you have the main game, True Fear Forsaken Souls Part 1. There's also a bonus chapter in that. Play that, because that is the one you go all of True Fear 1, and then the bonus chapter kind of is the bridge into True Fear 2. So do that bonus chapter first, and then True Fear 2. Yeah, so if you want, because you usually watch on Twitch, so if you want, I did make a highlight. It's not actually a highlight like a little short clip where people were laughing and everybody thought was having a good time or something, but I made a highlight of that part of my stream. So they're separated. So one of them is the end of the painting game, and then the next one, the latest highlight, should be, unless I tonight when I'm done, if I remember, if I make a highlight of tonight's video or something, but otherwise the latest highlight will be of DE4. Yeah, that's right. So okay, so we're now the Vampire Fang one. That's this one. So we're doing same, except this is like, instead of 45 degrees, it's like minus 45. And then this is like a 30-degree angle, and then like a 5-degree angle. Okay. So how close is that? I think that's right. Okay, and then, yeah. So this is that too far down? No, I think that's right. And then that is that. And then Okay. Oh, yep. Hang on. I turned it off last week because I was because I was the first stream last week. I was having problems with it showing up or with my chat working in the first place. So okay, there you go. Now we have chat on the screen. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's not totally clear. I think it's not that it was a phantom pregnancy. I think, and I'm going to try to do this with no spoilers. Some of this, I mean, it's technically information you'll read in a journal entry or like doctor's notes and stuff later, so whatever. But I think she had all three kids. So she had, well, I think you and Heather. So Holly is your character, and Heather are twins. And I don't think it's a triplet. I think it's a younger sister after you guys, named Dahlia. So I think she had all three kids. It's just when you were really young, Dahlia basically got taken away and sent to this asylum. And so you did not have a recollection of having a sister, but as you looked through your old family home and stuff, and especially the stuff in your mom's room and also the stuff under the house, and that kind of like old, I don't know whatever that was, that big like set of underground rooms and stuff. Anyway, in I think the course of those, like looking at those, you started finding out that you had the sister and that your mom just didn't tell you about it. So I think she was gone, like Dahlia was taken to the asylum early enough that you just, because you were so young, you just didn't remember. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. Okay, so for the last one, where this smile, so it's not 90 degrees. This is like 135 or something. And then what would amount to 90 degrees? Well, yeah, basically 90 degrees hand if the hand extended to the arm straight with not this middle piece. So that's the first one. Is that straight or do I have the two eye? No, I think it's right. That. And then this as if it would have been 90 degrees. Just make sure that looks right. I didn't get one of them too far. I think that's correct. Okay. And then this is basically straight and then like 10 degrees and then like 90 with that. So is that enough or is that... No, that's I think the right one. That and then 90 degrees with that, right? There we go. Oh. I don't know the final mask. Damn, bro, I only have 3. I have to go find that last slide? Well, why did you present me this before I had all the slides to do it? I mean, there were 4 of these. That should have told me, I guess, but... Okay, so I need to go find a 4th. That's unfortunate. I didn't realize that was the case, or I would have... Okay. So what else do I have to do? I don't know where I use this chemical ingredient number 2 or the wine. I do know where I use this. The second component or ingredient I need in addition to this is the heart I would get from that statue. So I can't, until I find that other, basically like an X-ray version where we get these drawings from. 4th one, until I find that 4th one, I cannot finish that. And this changes past to future. I don't know. It's nothing new on this, right? Just saying she's glad that Dahlia had other kids she could play with or whatever, I think. Yeah. So, okay. Um, do we have... Olivia Harper. Don't know who Olivia Harper is, other than she had the email that led us to the mask. So I don't know. No, what do I want? I want Journey. Maybe Journey. No. I feel like it was under clues before, but it's not showing up now. Which I guess is okay. We used to have a list of the people that were administrators at different times, like different set of years at the asylum. And that's not showing up in my journal anymore. So I guess we're done with that. That's the only thing I can assume. What else have I not done? I think I've done everything here, zoomed in here. I've looked on the board multiple times and cannot find anything new. So we did finally figure this out, got this Celine, and then this, and did a reflection from here onto here, so this was lit up. So these are done. This is done. This is done. I don't think there's anything else inside. I've already looked multiple times. I mean, we can go up the ladder. Looking through all this, there's nothing. We've already gathered whatever was here and stuff. Going up the ladder, it's just, this says she doesn't want to rotate it because it's rusted and it might break it, so we just leave that. Did this. This is more description now. It doesn't really do anything now that we've already reached the point where we are. We've done this, and we've done this gasoline can, and I did this water. Can't even get to the water anymore. So I think we're done on the screen. We can read stuff, but it doesn't really, can't interact, like, for example, with this pole. So we're done on this screen, I think. I think we're done over here also. I've already got everything, including moving the grate from right here, and on the bench, and on the statue. And there was one of these lights that was important. We've already done that. I don't think there's anything else on that screen. We've already done this cart before. Can no longer go down this right passage. And I think that's it for here. We zoom in here. I've done everything with all the emails, I think. Let me check Olivia one more time in case something updated. There's another one, but there was only one. Yeah, the mask. So I think we've done everything with this. Zoomed in now. Yeah, nothing helpful. The other options are going here. I don't have any way of really interacting with this, so I don't know. It's description, right? Because I can click it and it like says something like she describes, but I cannot interact. Nothing interacting changes anything. So I think this is nothing now. Did that already in this. So that screen's done. Got this code earlier. We'll plug this in. Did all this stuff here. One thing I need, or a few things I need. So one of them is obviously the other X-ray of the statue, so I know new poses to do. Yeah, an extra child. Not that it was extra for them, for your mom and dad. They already knew they had her. We just, like, I assume Heather also didn't know, but our character Holly for sure did not remember that there was another sister. So this is just a description. You zoom in, you look at the window closely. It's just a description. I've already done everything with the desk here, and this we already got stuff out of here and out of here, and we did this. So we've done I think everything in this room. Got the code there we've used already. See, if I'm over here and I zoom in, it's just this, another angle. And then you could look at this safe. But again, like I said, we've already done that. So I think we're done in that room too. We open this. We've already used this vending machine. This is just description here. Um, Over here, we finished using the microwave and books underneath and stuff on the table. I don't remember if we did. I think we did one thing with this. So we already did that. We've already gotten stuff behind these vines. These are just descriptions. Okay. Can't even interact with this. It just wants you to go forward if you do. This here, same thing. Same thing. Go into this room. Yeah, I'm trying to think what we have still. To do. I mean, I know what I need to find, or like types of things that I need to find at least, but I don't know how I get those. Hi, buddy. Oh, give me the cold shoulder. I see. She says there's nothing scheduled. We already got that out of the book. I think there was something in the bottle. I think we already got that. Anyway, there was something else on the table. I don't remember what it was now. She says if the radiators are working, why is there so much snow piled up here? But we don't have like anything to heat up or anything, so I don't think we're doing anything with that. We've already done what was over here. We opened this. Go here. We've already opened this as well. This other stuff all just says like it's still pills or tranquilizers or, you know, bottles, like pills, syrup, more pills, all past their expiration. So go to this door. This goes to the Skybridge to block A, which we're trying to get to because we've been through like this here, where we are in this building is block B. So we are trying to get to block A. We managed to fix it so we could just travel across this. There's nothing here. It just says nothing, just darkness. And I can't, it's another one of those description things. I can't, like, if I use something and it's wrong and it's an interactive thing where I actually apply something to it, it'll say something like it's hellish being wrong or I don't think so or something like that. This doesn't do anything, right? So if I go like this, description, nothing, just darkness. If I use something on it, nothing changes. So again, just description. I've already hovered through all of this stuff, nothing. So, where have I not yet been? To get that last x-ray. And then if once I get it, then I need to go put it into Dr. What's her name's office in the building that has the big like celestial dome thing. Whatever that is. Some kind of an astronomy view thing or something. I don't know why that would be at an asylum, but whatever. Anyway. Can't do anything with the glass either. Already lost up with Teddy and everything else here. Got this symbol. I've already done this and it gave me a number. So there's that. This room. We did this, the picture, then plus this. We did the typewriter. We did the letters on here that opened this up. No more drawers or anything open there though. There are these volumes we did. There's this here. Very precise if somebody was copying something. We use that for these basically. And then this. Races something way creepier. Pillows, nothing of interest. Whoops. Let me see if there's... I missed something. No, I don't think so. Oh. I mean, it's your own game. I don't judge. If you want to play it like super hard difficulty or you want to play it on super easy difficulty, I don't care. I hope you have fun playing. Is kind of the point. I personally am a puzzle guy. As the witness, for example, demonstrates. I'm personally a puzzle type of guy, very much so. Not like I have to do puzzles, but I love puzzles. So I try to do them on hard mode, but even then, sometimes I don't get it and I have to look stuff up. So, I mean, I'd be the last person to say, don't change the difficulty or look something up, or I would be the last person to judge somebody for doing that type of stuff. I try really hard not to, and usually I succeed, but sometimes, if it's just I can't wrap my head around what they're wanting me to do, for example, like now, I don't know what the next interaction thing is. I've clearly missed something somewhere. So just like in the first game, you cannot combine items in your inventory. So I have to find something in the environment where each of these apply. This I know where it applies, and this is useful. You always will have one emblem on you because of how it works, and you'll figure it out when you play. But this is part of a formula. I need the heart from that mask statue, which means need another X-ray, so I know the positions for the other mask. I have no idea what the wine's for. I guess we're gonna sit down with the ghost and have a nice, quiet evening together. I'm not sure. And the chemical, I'm also not sure about. Oh, do you? Oh, I wonder. I don't think I ever. Oh, there's a bonus for this one too. Nice. I don't even look at levels when it's this kind of a display. I just go in, so I'm not even sure. Evidence cutscene achievements. Solve all puzzles without using skip. But I haven't had all puzzles, so obviously I'm not there yet, right? Play nonstop for 3 hours. I mean, I guess if I just stay in here, like stream an hour longer, I'll get this, I guess. Access all email accounts. Well, we had a new one today. Apparently, we're not done. So either there's one that I missed that I could have found, or there's one coming up. I'm not sure which. And then for this, finish Act 1 without using hints. What? I never used hints in Act 1. What are you talking about? I never clicked. Oh, no, I did. I accidentally clicked the doll because I couldn't remember what different things did because it'd been a while since I played the first game. So I accidentally clicked the doll for Act 1. That's right. So I did. That is fair. I did miss this one because I did that. I clicked it and I was like, oh, that's a hint. And I closed it really fast, but it was too late. I'd already used a hint. Investigate the investigator. Learn what happened to the journalist. Yeah, we've gone quite a ways into this, but not quite there yet. Finish Act 3 without using it. Never listen to Katie the doll. Never listen to Katie the doll? I don't know what that means. She says something? I didn't see her talk. I just saw something in her mouth. That's creepy. That's going to be a cool cutscene, probably. Follow the breadcrumbs. Okay, so finish the game. Exclusive Club, finish the game on expert difficulty? Yeah, I don't know what expert. Like I said, I don't know where the difficulties are. I just kind of whatever. So, maybe. This is GOG, so this might be. Yeah, you would think there'd be a way to set it in the game, though, but I don't know. Find all the collector figurines. Yeah, I keep every so often finding a new one. I don't remember. I've got a bunch. I just don't have all of them, obviously. Boss to earn all achievements in one profile. Find every fact in the game. I don't know about that. That one might be one I miss. I don't know. But I mean, we're still playing the game, so maybe that will be achievable still. I don't know. Patience is a virtue. Watch the intro without skipping. All the story cutscenes without skipping. Oh right, but we've not all done all the cutscenes. Watch all the story cutscenes and listen to all the audio facts. Yeah, I think it's cutscenes and maybe additional audio facts coming up, and then watch the credits. Okay. Anyway, so this will potentially could still get. Anyway. So I don't know I guess they'll show out grade if I've not seen them, if I missed them or something maybe. 2 more, yeah. Drink me and welcome home one last time, I guess. Anyway, so you get evidence. What one am I missing? I'm missing one. Looks like I'm missing one. So I might get it still. There might be one coming up. This is the last one I got, and this was to the right of it. So there might be one more coming up. Or already available that I just haven't seen. Anyway, I just didn't, I didn't know if there's a way to change it, and I don't care, really, so I'm not worried about it. Yeah, yeah, that one. So, um, the boss and boss two or something like that. Boss two, yeah, for True Fears, Forsaken Souls, True Fear Forsaken Souls 2, right? Is boss two versus the other one was boss, yeah. Okay. Anyway, yeah, let's keep going though. Gotta figure out where I'm gonna get that other mask. What is something that I haven't done yet? Like it's lingering out there that I haven't. This almost looks like it's an X-ray sitting here on the bottom tray, but obviously it's not. It can't interact, but it does kind of look like it. Um, and forward one over here is just trash. Can't get into any of this rubble or stuff hanging from the ceiling or anything, right? These are just locks. She says, why would somebody lock the door? And what was the other one? Yeah, I don't think I could open the door, nor do I want to, is the other phrase or sentence she says. So this, I almost thought this was a figurine at one point, but this is just rusted bars. So can't do anything, cannot do anything with the glass. Yeah, I already went through this room for stuff I've reviewed, so you think, what have I not yet done? Paperwork, no names, other useless stuff. And see, again, looks kind of like it might be an X-ray, but you can't actually. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I thought Until Dawn had a pretty solid storyline. I mean, overall, it was pretty simple, but it was pretty solid overall. Um, but yeah, yeah, I really like games that see. This is what I've said for forever, right? Like since I started my YouTube channel, I've been telling people while I can have a lot of fun for a lot of other reasons. So, for example, with The Witness puzzle really tickles that puzzle itch of mine. So, had a lot of fun playing that. Um, the story was, I think, too obfuscated. I would have to go through, do a lot of thinking and a lot of reviewing for like the, you know, 5 dozen hours I played or whatever. I don't know if it was that long, but it was a lot. It was like well over 20 hours for sure, I think. Um, I'd have to do a lot of reviewing and stuff of a lot of hours of footage to try to connect dots and put storyline together. I don't know that I really care to do that in that case. I think it was too obfuscated. I have too much going on IRL to really have that be a thing for me. I would like to actually see what the mythology and stuff of it is, but I don't think I want to work on trying to figure that out myself. But I had a lot of fun with that for the reason for the puzzles, right? But that said, even though there are other things I can really enjoy, like for example, playing Dark Souls games, I really like the timing and trying to, learn and dodge the boss just right and telegraph attacks and recognize those telegraphings and move out of the way in time and find out weaknesses and stuff. I like doing those things as well. But for me, number one and number two things for me. Number one is story. If you have something creative and engaging, it's interesting, it grips me for some reason, and I want to keep going, that's the number one thing for whether I will enjoy a game or not. Number two, a very, very close second, is characters. Now, if you have voice acting, good voice acting helps those, for sure. but the characters have to be somebody I can connect with for whatever reason. If it could be a really, really good villain, like Game of Thrones, Joffrey Baratheon. I didn't connect with him on a personal level, but I found him intriguing, like how messed up he was and what was the next horrible thing he was going to do, right? That keeps me interested. So, specialists of each game's book's mythology, and then all goes wrong with something like Star Wars. Yeah. 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 The whole Rey stuff, and oh my gosh. And what's his name? Killing Han, and then, like, you know, acting like the, what were they called? The Order or whatever they were called, acting like they were like going to be the next big empire, and they turned out to be just like weak compared, right? And that main guy that was like over the Order was so easily killed. It's like, bruh. So yeah. If you have a character do something that is ridiculous, or if you have a character that's kind of bland, like if you had a hero that isn't very bright, doesn't really put things together well, unless you made it comedic or something, it's not really all that enjoyable. Heroes are supposed to have some kind of faculty about them that makes them special, makes them the key ingredient to solve or resolve the thing that's one of the main plot points. When they can't do that, it's kind of, yeah, Jar Jar Binks, for example. Yeah, exactly. So anyway, should not come within 50 parsecs, light years, whatever they use in Star Wars, of a school. Yeah. Gosh, okay, what have I not yet done? I swear I've done everything in here. There's just a lot in here, so I'm always kind of second guessing myself, thinking maybe I missed something, because there's a lot of crap in this room, but I don't think I've missed anything. I think I've already interacted with all this stuff. The roof is very empty. It's like snow, the fallen light, and like the light that is rusted. She doesn't want to move. That's really basic. There's not much up there. There was something else up there that I already grabbed earlier, and it went in my inventory, so it's not even. Anyway. Yeah. Nothing over here either. We already used this. This goes out to the saw. We used the saw. So. What would Green Lantern do? Superman would fix it. Wonder Woman? I don't know. Very nice. Very, very nice. I've looked over here. So stay in this place. Even if I can make it there, I doubt to find anything building burned down completely. I saw someone at that window. Is that her? Is she right there? Is she there right now? See, I can't do anything other than the description. I don't have anything that would work with that anyway. Yeah. This would be very, if Holly ends up over in this part of block A or whatever, that's like treacherous. I worry for her safety, let's say, although obviously, since it's a point and click, the cut scenes, it's just gonna have whatever happens, of course, but still. Oh, I think I told you, but yeah, I think I've said this while you were on stream before, so if you did not know, and I believe I'm positive I posted it in Discord too, but Asylum, by the guys that made Scratches, released in like March this year. They'd had for 10 years, they'd had updates and stuff coming, but it was a really slow process getting it the way that, what's his name? The Brazilian game lead on that wanted it to be. But I don't remember his name. Anyway, but that came out, that released in March this year, I think it was. I think it was March. Might have been April. One of the two. I think it was March though for Asylum. Anyway, so since that released, I'm going to be playing that this coming Halloween. So that'll be, well, starting that obviously, not completing it, of course. If I completed it, that'd be ridiculous. It's like we made the shortest game ever, and it took us 10 years to do it. It's like, okay. Okay. Nothing on these posts or the support beams. This is stuff. The camera case was the unlucky ghost hunter here. Was it his blood I saw? His blood? Yeah. So here, but this is just a description. That's still the same thing as the case that he had, the camera case. Nothing on the vines. Go through, of course, but then we'll be in a new area and start searching again. So I can go over to this pool, or this fountain, mini fountain here. So let's do that. But see, I can't really, I've already done what was here and here. There was something in the water here that I got, and I don't think there's anything else I can do on this screen. Let me check around in case I missed it. But I'm pretty sure there's nothing new that I can. Light from heaven. Or, you know, something pretending to be heavenly. Might be moonlight, in which case it could be like ghostly instead. So that's comforting. Yeah, my Halo stream, that's right. Yep. Halo, not Halo. I don't have a little thing, or we're not playing on the ring, the giant ring against the flood and stuff. It's not Halo. But yeah. I'm joking because I know it's just a typo, but yeah, my Halo stream. I say Halo because it's Halloween, but also Halo because like something is hallowed, or because it's horror, like something that is hallowed can also be unhallowed, so it's unhallowed kind of thing. It's a very, very bad, sloppy reference, vague reference, but that's kind of part of like a double with that, like how I did that. The lights are on. Yeah, so just look at the lights. It's a sloppy double entendre. If I were doing rap, that would have been like one of the weakest doubles. Anyway, but this is again just another description thing. I cannot interact with this at all. So, and I think that's it here. We dug something up earlier, but I don't think there's anything more here. We dug up this box, actually got something out of it. But so we dug this up, and then this is here. I don't even remember if we ever interacted with this thing back here. I think we might have, but it either stopped interacting, like it was just a one-time description thing, or we got something from there. I don't think we got anything from there, though, but it's been a while since we were on the screen. Can no longer interact with this fountain. We could before, but we cannot anymore, so there's nothing there. Already interacted with this. That's nothing new. It's just, you know, the drawings of the children. We already interacted with the tree over here. This was, I think, 2 weeks ago. I think was when it was. Something like that. We previously interacted with this, but no, not anymore. We're done with it. We obviously interacted with this to open the door. I can zoom in here still. So there might still be something here, but I can't seem to find anything to interact with now. We did this already. Obviously, open that box. Yeah, story, for example, is one of the reasons why the Inheritance of Crimson Manor was an enjoyable game for me. It was the puzzles, a lot of puzzles, not as difficult, not even close to as difficult as some of the ones in The Witness, but it was still a lot of puzzles. Those were fun, and then the story kind of behind things as you got more and more of the puzzles solved was interesting. It was kind of messed up too. I'll be honest. I mean, a little bit. It wasn't like the most horrific thing I've ever seen, but it was, if that what was detailed in that game actually happened, it would have been, yeah, not awesome. So, yeah, and I used to be able to interact with her because I got a key or something like that was in her mouth. It opened up and there was something like a key or a jewel or something like that. I think it was a key, but I can't remember for sure. Yeah, see, nothing else though on this screen seems to be interacting. So I actually don't know why we can still zoom in here. I'm not complaining about that. I'm just saying I just don't know if that means I've missed something or if there's literally nothing else here. So I don't think there's anything else there though. But how am I going to get that last? Looks like all the medallions are here. What now? Yeah, I need positioning for his arms. Or its arms. Which means I need another friggin' X-ray. Yeah, and see, I can't even interact with him now because I don't have the last of the X-rays. I'm gonna keep calling them X-rays because that's what they look like to me. Whether that's actually what they're supposed to be, I don't think so because I don't think you're actually like using X-rays to examine through the statue or something. But the lights left on must have been on the same breaker as the park, I guess. I hope. Okay, so nothing. Still about the lights. Still about the lights. So I think that's all this up here is that. And that. Huh. So pretty much this whole outside, I think, is the same thing. Yeah, we think so. There's early on, you get some like tapes and notes and stuff from a guy that was basically a ghost hunter. He came here thinking, oh, my next big story for my show or whatever, and then he found out there were actually ghosts here and was like freaking out. He entered the greenhouse through here, and we think that he probably cut himself on the glass, and that's how he got his wound, and basically we think he bled to death. It's not totally clear. We haven't totally found everything about him, but we think that's probably about what happened, is that he like ended up bleeding to death from his cut. And then this here, the description is like the song Somewhere Out There from the American Tale. Like, somewhere very close to here, people look at this exact sky and they're not in an abandoned haunted hospital. It's like the horror version of Somewhere Out There, someone saying a prayer. Anyway, coolest trolley thing with four wheels. The one, the deflects you're talking about? Or a different trolley that I'm not thinking of. Features never seen before. Indiana Jones would know. Romanian or Greek, yeah. Yeah. I think the whole reason he went in there was he was either fleeing or thought he needed to get in there for some reason. And yeah, and he just, it was bad. I mean, we did not see a cutscene or something because obviously we don't know what happened, we just hear like from recordings, like on tape and handwriting and stuff. Yeah. Oh, why am I bleeding and died? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, kinda. Yeah. Use this on any of this. Yeah, this is just a description. If I need more sand, I know where to go. So that's not helpful. You talk about this trolley here, right? With all four wheels. It was missing wheels earlier. We put them on, so now it has all four wheels. That's just trash. We've already looked through there earlier. And the rubble here. There's nothing left in this rubble. I've done this before though. Let me see if there happens to be something I've missed. We moved boards and stuff to find something underneath. I'm trying to remember what it was we found underneath. I don't know now. It's a wheel, but we're not using it apparently. You can see if there's anything up here that interacts now. Yeah. I don't know. I think, see, this is another one of those, I think we're done with this, but we can zoom in. It's a little unusual. You'd think we'd just be locked out once it was done. But okay, I don't know. So we've done that. This list of victims, nothing about Dahlia, badge of dead child being front pages. Victims of the fire that burned down Block A. They just finished the memorial for the fire when the massacre happened. Only macabre coincidence? Yeah. So they had the fire burned down Block A and a lot of people died. And then, like right after that, the dude from the bonus chapter of True Fear 1 went psycho and started killing people. Used to be more clippings. Nothing else here. Sir Charles Laudius was important here as well. Christopher Smith, Charles Laudius, and Kyle something in front of Block A before the fire. There is that Olivia lady we found out about. That might be her. She doesn't talk about her. Olivia Harper. Doesn't mention it here, but this might be Olivia Harper. She seemed like she was someone at least somewhat in authority. Laudius owned the place. But she maybe was like a secondary owner. Maybe he owned more of a percentage or something. I'm not sure how that worked, obviously, but maybe something like that. Down below here, it's busted. We've already finished using this, and the power's on, so why would we want to mess with it? Over here, we got ventilation. Ventilation? Was that what it was? I think it was like a pressure release or something, actually. Anyway, that we got working so that things didn't explode. We sealed up a leak here where steam is coming out. These are now just, heat. We don't really go farther. We initially went back here and had a cutscene. Now it just says, see it before Heather's in our old house. Yeah, so remember, this is like a recurring thing, these like holes in the wall. I'm not sure why, but these holes in the wall are a recurring thing. So in the first game, when you went to the house where Heather lived, when you're going around trying to find her, when you eventually found her body and stuff, so there was one of these holes there. And then when you went to your family home, there was another one of the holes there too. But because at least so far, there's only a single location in this second game. It's the entire asylum, so different buildings, but it's all just one like spot, right? The first game it was Heather's house and then your old house, but here it's just the asylum, so there's only one of these. I think there's only one in a given location for whatever reason. Anyway, but yeah, I think she was here. And also, well, I'm not going to say that because that might spoil something. I'm not going to say that. So here's the coat from the journalist. Didn't I see this jacket before? The journalist in the Polaroids. Seems to have lost a lot of blood. This is, yeah. And when you go to, no, case files. Is it that? No, it's journal. Journey. No? Hang on. Oh, right, but it might not be a clue. Yeah, it's not a clue. What I need to do is go here and where's audio? Not is it replay? That's flashback. No. Uh, is it cutscenes? No. There should be audio clips somewhere. I would think it's not music, right? I mean, these are music, but okay. Lyle Ruder and Artem Putilov. Anyway. Uh oh, did I actually no, I was gonna say it actually turned off. I don't care. It plays. Is it evidence? No. I don't know where the audio files are now. Are they back? Are they out here or something? Doesn't seem like it. Flashbacks, puzzles. It's not wallpapers. Although it looks like I've got them all. None of them are grayed out. Oh, one. One is grayed out at the very end, I guess. But we're basically here. So this one's coming up, and then this will be like the end of the game, I think. I don't know. I thought there were tapes I could play where you could hear what the journalist said. Oh yeah. So they're the tapes, but you can't replay them. So I don't know. I guess you can't replay them. I thought you might be able to. It's fine. Anyway. Intriguing holes, yeah. Yeah, puts that movie holes to shame, huh? Just kidding. Just kidding. Yeah, I really have no idea where I'm gonna find this additional X-ray or whatever you want to call it. It's not gonna do anything to the stack of chairs that wants to kill her. Um. Dum. Well, since we're right here, I'll show you. So these, this is why I call them X-rays. This is where I get these. I get one of these, and then I put it on the machine, and then it's like permanently like in my book or whatever, in my notes. Well, permanently, except when you're done using something, the notes just are no longer available. I'm sure that's to just avoid, like to get rid of clutter, so that you don't have page to get to find something. Unlike some games like the Black Mirror games, you kept all the notes you got the whole time. I didn't mind paging through the notes. It was kind of cool to review some things, but whatever. I don't care if the developer wants to do it a different way or like a certain way where they don't have those available later. That's fine. Fine with me. Anyway, this is not what's his name? Was it? Yeah, Shivash, I think. Kaz Shivash is in our time. Well, before the asylum got abandoned, I should say. So not actually right now, but when the asylum finally got abandoned, at the time that happened, Kyle Shavash was the director. Before him was this lady. So not all that, far off. She got moved into this office, I guess, for whatever reason. You'd think she would just resign but I guess she believed in the work enough for whatever work they were doing or whatever, the psychology stuff they were trying to do. Anyway, whatever it is. I've not examined this more closely. I thought we were done with this screen, but I could examine this, see if there's something I missed. That'll go out, of course. Already got this. This is nothing. Already got what was in here. We cannot examine that more closely. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything new, anything else on that screen to do. And over here, I've already done this where we looked at the blueprint effectively, but basically the layout of the entire asylum in the past, like how they had it designed and how they wanted it, including some of these lights being off, even though they had a light pole built. So instead of having them all work, I guess some of them were not working on purpose. Something like that. That's weird. Anyway. Okay, we already got the... Apparently the doctor thinks he's Jesus Christ or something here underneath this. So stupid. This is the one with the upper arm squared thing. This is like the first one of those kind of x-rays that we got after completing this, though. This puzzle. And then all of this with the up arrow is to go look at trash that's on the ground. It is useful earlier in the game now, though. It's just like a bunch of empty paint cans and stuff. So that's nothing. There's nothing on these chairs. Since we got this and got the first x-ray from here, I don't, or like because of this, I don't think, I'd be surprised if there was a second one in this room. So probably not. So we got this blooming now. I don't know if there's anything more to do. We already got the seed from that and used it. Does get a little tedious doing the back and forth thing that I am, but since I was positive previously that I'd already looked at all this and everything, it's kind of like, okay, well, what have I missed? So now I got to analyze pixel by pixel almost to try to make sure there's not something I've overlooked. I looked at this portrait. I did not look at this specifically, this damage here, but it doesn't look like it is anything. Mother's picture was hanging here. Was it left here for me? Zoom in. So that's one thing. I have this wine. So I was looking to see if any of these desks have like a goblet or a wine glass or something on them so that I could pour and then maybe that'll interact somehow. I've already got what was in here, I believe. I don't know why we still interact with this. Again, another thing, I just don't know what the point of it is. So if we already got what was in here. But there was no... So that's still there. See, I was looking to see if there was... See, she was the former director here. Versus in the present, it's that other dude with his whole rundown. But I was looking to see if there was some kind of... Like I said, like some kind of... cup of some kind or whatever, glass... that I could pour wine into, but I don't see anything, so I don't know what the deal is. Okay. Is there something more on this screen that I've missed? Obviously, this is all this. If I'm here, I get that that's gonna be this guy, that the demonic bust, or whatever you want to say, more gargoyle-like bust or something. Yeah, I did not see anything else here on this screen. Oh, that's zooming in there. Yeah, okay, fine. It's the same thing. Okay, so these are all the same. Even looking at this is basically just zooming into that other. Um, okay. Already finished with the dining cart here, or the service cart. Room is impressive. Thanks for sharing. I don't know. We finished with this because that opened up over here. Did both this and this this puzzle. I don't remember if this side had one or not. If we did, then we did both of these, obviously. Nope. Not finding anything new on this screen either. Cannot interact with anything on here, even though you can still zoom in. I've already checked that a couple of times at least tonight. This is one of those. It was gray temporarily, and I did all the different interactions or whatever in here in like a series, kind of like we've done with some other things. And then once this was done, this is no longer interactive, so this is done, I guess. I've done this, so we already retrieved books we needed before. I think now this is kind of just, you can pull books at random just for flavor, but they don't really do it. Like if I go 213, it'll pull a book, and then I can look at it and see Psychiatry Diagnostic Manual, Volume 1, 1932. And it has several different volume names and whatever, but then it does start cycling through. Anyway, so at this point, I think that's all this is now, is just, flavor text. I did not look at these pillars or anything to see if there was anything. So actually, I probably should do that before I leave this in case there's something important here. I mean, I know down below you'd see this stuff too, but maybe from this angle it's different. You notice it where you wouldn't otherwise have, maybe. I don't know. I think I did do all these books, I think. But I don't know if I really did the pillars or in between, like the actual shelves themselves. Not seen anything to interact with though. So I have my doubts that there's going to be anything at all more here. I think this entire screen is pretty much just to be able to grab books. Well, minus this itself, there was a wrench or screwdriver, something like that up here, I think, if I remember right. So there was that too, but pretty much it's not much. Where else can I go? I can go back down to the library below and see. I don't expect to find anything, but let's see. I already looked down these sides. I didn't see anything more. Just a wheelchair. And I've already gone over today, in fact, all these books hovering over them to see if there's anything, and also the lights and stuff. So I don't think there's anything on this one. This side. Also went through here, like these bookcases. Same thing. And here there was a page. We got more notes on Claudius, I think maybe was here. I don't remember who it was exactly. Might have been Claudius, the guy that owns the asylum, but that was it. Nothing in all these volumes. And again, lights, shelves themselves. Didn't find anything. Checked all these tiles on the floor too. Nothing. Not that I could tell anyway. Yeah. Okay. So go back here. These shelves are nothing. I think I checked these top parts with the lights. Yeah. Well, I didn't. I did now. Anyway. This we already got information off of here. We had a CD we put in here, and we didn't get information. Now there's literally nothing here. I can click hint, but obviously I don't want to do a hint. At least not in game. You know, if I need to console a walkthrough, I guess I can. Yeah, in fact, I think I'm going to do that because I'm kind of stumped on what there is that I have not checked. I'm very confused how I've not already checked everything. So let me take a look. Hang on. I don't like doing this, but at a certain point I have to move forward, right? So okay. We're in Act 3, final act apparently of the game. Okay, I've done all of this stuff. Let me keep moving on. Done all of that. Yep. 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 This is all stuff we've done. Solve that. Use that. That. Uh-huh. Yep, we did all those. Hmm. I don't remember. I think I did grab that book earlier. I'm pretty sure. It's the same thing that I've used for other stuff. So yeah, that and then the time capsule. So yeah, that. Reordered those books, reassembled that. Yep, it's fine. Yep, did that and that. Press A? There's something to press in there? I don't think so. Wouldn't think so. Let me make sure I've not missed like a button I could press or something. Yeah, it says something about pressing A here, or like left mouse button for in my case here. There's nothing there, so I must have already done it. Okay. And I did the puzzle that's to the right of that. We've already gone down there and that. Did all this stuff. Okay. Uh-huh. Elevator button we grabbed. Radiograph was another. Radiograph is not an X-ray; it's a radiograph. He's another one of those statue things. We did find that by the microscope that's down below. That. Where's this? What's this? Yeah. Whoa. Okay, that's obviously not going to work in my favor. Never mind, I won't do that. That just makes it hard to read stuff. Done all this already. Jumping through. Jump. Yeah, because that's where I left off. So don't know about that, but that's fine. Whatever. Got that with the developer and everything. Put the developer in there. Put the funnel on that. Did all that stuff. See, part of this also is I don't do it in exactly the same order as this. So there's probably something that apparently I just have not found yet. Okay. Did that already. Retrieve the book. Shared files, we already did all that stuff. We did the stuff with the seeds. Got the chemical ingredients in my inventory now. Did the time capsule there. That. Yep. What? Huh? That's not there though. Hang on. Gotta. Where is it? Let me think. Yeah, it's over here. It says the time capsule here. There's no vinegar. It's talking about vinegar. I don't see any vinegar. What the heck? It acts like it's here, but there's no vinegar. I'm very confused. Where does it think there's vinegar? What are you talking about? Because this is where that puzzle was. What the crap? I have wine, I have chemical ingredient number 2. I don't have vinegar. What the frick? Where's the vinegar supposed to be? Maybe I switched these, but I don't think so. Because it's just the time capsule I go in reverse, too. Like, I go here, and there's this. It's the time capsule, like, opened, and so I got the plant out of it, actually. What on earth? I don't know what they're talking about. Mentions vinegar right around here. Actually, it has here. When this is still closed, showing at the top of the screen, clicking there to get vinegar. There's like, doesn't make any sense. There's no vinegar there. There never was, as far as I remember. For sure, there should still be in my inventory if I've not already used it. But I've not used it in the way that it's showing in the walkthrough, so it's confusing. I don't know where they're getting vinegar from. I don't know. Let me skip past that for now. I do apparently need vinegar, though, for the developer, for the film developer, so there is that. Okay, we did the repositioning of the statues, got the distilled water. After you finish with the statues, then you get chemical ingredient 3, I guess. Okay. Yes, we're getting close, but I don't know where this supposed vinegar is. It's very confusing. Why? I can't close that again, right? Yeah. Back out here. This. Okay. Go here again. It's not going to let me close anything. There's no vinegar around here. So, beats the hell out of me. I don't know what... This is sparkling like this because if you do the switch times, you're forward 10 years, then this opens and you get the thing out of it. But it's not vinegar. You get something else, I guess. I don't know. Let me see if there's another walkthrough that has something with vinegar and maybe it can point me to something else. Maybe. Let's see if this is. Okay. Does he need to be in the present or something? Feels like that's wrong, but maybe. Oh. I see. I understand. That was my bad. Yeah, that makes sense. That's why the sparkles use wine bottle with it. Now, in the future, the wine will be vinegar because the wine will have gone bad because it's like far too long or whatever. Vinegar, yeah. So dumb. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Okay. That was my bad. Yeah, I didn't think of it. Okay. Okay, so go over here. Over to this. Here. Use the vinegar. That's my acidic thing. Open this. Get these. It's another scan of a statue. And nothing else. So that's where the last one of those is. One more. One more. Over here. Over here. And And this. Here. And there. Okay. So she's doing like the... trying to be cool, doing some new, like, Britney Spears move. Well, new? Okay. I don't know. Ariana Grande or whatever. It's this one, though. Okay. So go back out to the greenhouse. Actually, these days it's probably like Megan Thee Stallion move or something. Alright. So for this one, go down 45, up 45 basically, and then straight. Okay, that. And then it's more like 30 degrees instead of 45. And then a right angle on the end there going up. So I think that's actually fine. That first one stays in the right position, I think. It was right angles. Achievement unlocked, Survivor 3. Which is maybe the one using no hints. I don't know for sure, but I think so maybe. Chemical ingredient 1, 2. Okay. Oh, I see. Heart, quote unquote, metaphorical heart of a stone demon. So what we're actually using is here. Okay, we need to do heart of the stone demon is first. So this. Ooh, it's green. Now this. Maybe not. Dead Elex Aquifolium, and that's basically what we end up getting from the plant. How do I... So I don't do that directly. Do I do this? 2. Do I do this now? There we go. Last. It was last instead. Whatever it is should be ready. Should I really drink it? Oh gosh. Okay, here we go. Cutscene probably. I'm really doing this. Why is everything black? I'm confused. I mean, scary, I guess, but okay. Oh, I see. We're stumbling out while we're...
Congratulations. You made it. Oh, don't be afraid. I'm not going to hurt you. I haven't hurt anyone. I just show them things. gonna show them to you now.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's not problematic at all. Yeah. Apparently Holly's in a bit of trouble. I take it. Yeah. Okay, so I feel like this is a little bit oh yeah, I'm guessing with the conclusion we'll get more too. So I feel like this is a little not okay. So you have to understand what I mean when I say this, okay? I don't mean literally with the same storyline and stuff. I mean like the feeling and kind of the approach about things. This is a little bit, I don't remember if you watched me play it or much of it or anything or not, but this reminds me a little bit. Yeah, it's cool. Kukar and Vesnin and Zhevlakov and Titenkov. Yeah. This reminds me a little bit of the way that like you're going through the mystery or whatever, and then something. I guess you'd say it's kind of like a plot twist, kind of the idea, but it's like you don't realize exactly how embedded your character is in what's going on until it's shown to you. There are only 2 games I've done so far, and I thought there was supposed to be a 3rd game. I've not seen it release, but there was the whole Remothered, at least pair of games. So Remothered, Tormented Fathers, and then Remothered Broken Porcelain. And we didn't really realize in the first game, so Remothered, Tormented Fathers, the protagonists you play, Patience is a Virtue 3, I guess, Goblins Spotting achievement, Boss 2 achievement, Don't Listen to Dolls. I don't know what that means, but okay, Follow the Breadcrumbs, Hacker. Nice. When I got most achievements, apparently. I'll kind of go to this to look, but what I was going to say is in the Remothered series, so you play, why can't I remember her name? I know it. I don't know why I can't think of it. Anyway, you play the woman in the first game, okay? You basically, you say you're trying to track down a disappeared daughter. So you go to this mansion where this guy lives, and he had his wife and his daughter. His daughter disappeared. So you go there trying to find out what happened to... Actually, I think what you're trying to do is you're trying to find out what happened to his wife. His daughter died. But you're trying to find out what happened to the wife, I think, if I remember right. And so you sneak and, you talk to him face to face, and he's like kind of gruff and like, no, everything's fine. She's just on a trip or whatever. She'll be back. And so you leave, but you don't believe him. So you sneak back in, and then you're doing your whole thing trying to find clues about what happened and stuff, finding on your own, while trying to run away from the dude when he finally realizes you're there and is, chasing your ass down. Anyway, so there's all that happens in the first game. And then the second game, by the end, again, not to give too much away for anybody who's not seen it, but effectively you realize that the character you played in the first game and that you start playing in the second game also is much more tied into things with the man and his wife that you think disappeared and all that history that they had and stuff. You're much more tied into that than it was clear. But by the end of the second game, it's very clear that you're very, very invested and tied into that. It's kind of the same thing here, right? Where Holly part of it is because she doesn't remember. It's not amnesia, really. It's just she was so young, right? But she doesn't remember. And so part of her tie in is just she was always a part of it, but she just didn't remember. Okay. And then also, I failed this one. I did not get every fact. That's too bad. Anyway, but also, um, she had information she didn't know, even if she would have remembered, like Dahlia from when she was a little girl and stuff. There's information she didn't know, like stuff, communications between her mom and Claudia, or Charles Laudius, not Claudius, Charles Laudius. There was communication there that you didn't know about until you start discovering these notes and stuff. And while you're here at the asylum, you learn about more stuff going on with Dahlia and like all this kind of stuff. You start to realize more and more how much your family is really kind of tied into things. And now at the very end of this, you're not just an investigation, but actually from past events, apparently, you're somehow, Holly is somehow tied in to the stuff that she's been investigating. So that's an interesting approach. I like that. That's, like I said, that's kind of a similar thing where you're like tied into it without realizing it that they did in the Remothered games. And there are some other stories that do that too. But anyway, so I missed every fact apparently. It's probably like a page somewhere that I missed. Never listened to Katie the doll. Never listened to Katie the doll. Oh, right. Because I clicked here, that also invalidated this one, I think, is the idea. Yeah. Never finished finding out what happened to the journalist, unfortunately. Did this. I did not know about expert difficulty. Don't care to redo on that or whatever. I missed a figurine, apparently, at the very end. Like the very last one. And then earn all achievements in one profile. Wait, but these are... Some of these I didn't finish. How did I get all the achievements? I don't know. Whatever, I guess. Got all these. Got all these. So, got a lot of stuff anyway. One of them is play for like 3 hours straight. Where's that one? Finish the game. Play non-stop for 3 hours. So I guess we stay on for a little bit until we get this, maybe? Or does being on the menu screen not count as non-stop? That probably doesn't count, so it probably broke it up. Yeah, I got the boss. Yeah, well, I mean, we've talked about this before, right? I am not an achievement hunter, so I don't care. It makes me curious. I wonder how this and how that, and whoops, I did this. Did I like start the game over because I did this or something? Nah, I don't care. So it's fine. Yeah. So that was cool. Replay flashbacks. Guard's flashback. Rachel's flashback. Barman's. Alex's. Interesting. And then puzzles. Oh, the other one might have actually had... no, it did not. It did not. Okay. Puzzles, so... Yeah. See, I could go on expert here. Maybe that's how you toggle is you do this. And you set all of them to expert or something. Maybe. I don't know. Most of them don't have expert, but this one does. And then as you get to some of these at the end. But none here. Here's one. None. Oh, 3 of the 4 here. None. One here. And none here. Yeah, so I don't know if that's how you set your stuff on expert. I feel like no, probably have to do it elsewhere. I wonder where. Yeah, I missed this one. One off. Oh well. Completed the game. New profile. Here we go. Adventure difficulty, puzzle difficulty. I should have done it in there if I wanted to do it. So now you know, in this game, that's how you do it. You just drag these over. I just didn't know. I thought this was like for like subtitles and stuff, and the game always shows subtitles, so I was like, I don't need to do anything here. So, like I said, it doesn't matter. Alright. Well, that's fun. That was fun. Yeah, that's a good game. Good story too. Yeah, I like obviously games that have more involved stories like that. Even if they're point and clicks. Like we did the True Fear. First two parts have part 3 we'll do on Halloween as well. Or we'll start it on Halloween as well. We have the what do you call it? Beyond Invisible pair of games. That was pretty cool. So yeah, I don't mind those kinds of games at all. Actually, and mind makes it sound like, you know, oh, I guess it's okay. No, I mean I enjoy them. So yeah. Okay, so basically just a little under 11 hours from now, we'll be doing more Don't Escape 4, and then like 21 hours from now, we'll be doing, of course, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines again. So anybody who's watching, if you want to catch that then those will be the times. I need to update my streaming times and stuff information on Twitch and so on. Anyway, that'll do it. Thanks for watching. Monmouth, thanks for stopping in and chatting with me for a bit. It was fun. Anybody else who watches after the fact, thank you for the support. I will talk to you guys soon. Stay awesome, and I will talk to you next time. Till then, peace.
Poor spider.
This freaking boy. Oh, that's so sad.